I was 17 years old when I joined the United States Army, and it was right after high school. Successfully became an airborne ranger in the 75th Ranger Regiment. So later on in my career, I did transition over to being a Green Beret in Special Forces. So I was just blessed to be able to serve in two of the most elite units that the world has ever seen.
Can you tell us more about your experiences and your job as a U.S. Force?
You know, the military did both good and then there's some bad to it, right? The pros and cons. You are going out every night to kill or capture insurgent members, a part of the Al-Qaeda network. And that was my life for 3 deployments, which was year after year after year, just doing that with over 100 missions each deployment. And so it becomes a lot when you're around so much death. There's no word to put on the trauma that we have to experience in combat. I've been drinking alcohol since 2006 when I joined the Army. It's one way to kind of drown out the traumatic experiences that are gained through combat deployments. It was a coping mechanism. It was also a self-medication. It's really hard to, sleep at night because of those sights and those images that are burned into your memory.
How about your family, your wife? Did you tell her about those things that is happening?
No, I didn't, because it's something that I felt I had to carry. Showing off to the world that everything is A-okay, Warsaw has it all under control, and there's nothing that could break them. When inside, I was scared, I was tired, overwhelmed, I was full of anxiety, depression, shame, and I carried that for nearly 15 years.
How did you handle you as an army and as a father? Because that's a different kind of Brother Warsaw.
Yes, so I didn't handle it very well, Pastor Doreen. The truth is, I was absent at home. I was really good at Army, where I actually chose work over family as my gratification, because I wasn't good at home. I wasn't present. Even when I was there physically, I would choose to drink outside with my friends. She reacted like most wives would, with emotion, and she would call me out. I take it all as just a personal attack. I'm always angry or I'm upregulated. It was either 0 or 1 million. I would go overboard with the extremes of my emotions.
During those moments that you're overwhelmed with your mission, your job, did you ever think where God is?
Yes, I would think about God, but here goes the thing. Most of the times that I ever thought about God was because I needed something. Everything was falling apart around me. My marriage was falling apart. My military career was falling apart because of alcohol and the traumas. You are on an emotional roller coaster when you're drinking. All it takes is one thing to trigger your PTSD, and you want to destroy everything, or you want to push everybody away by verbal abuse, physical abuse. But I decided to pick a fight with my wife because of the emotional roller coaster that day brings to me. And with those overwhelming emotions, I just wanted to be alone. The traumas, the depression, the anxiety started to take hold, and I wanted to stop the pain. And what I decided to do was go into my office and grab a gun. As I was contemplating suicide, I actually loaded the bullets, racked the gun back, and placed it into my mouth. At that moment, I could just recall seeing all the good and then all the bad memories start to overwhelm the good ones. Take another human's life because of combat, because of the environment that I was in, because of the things that I had to do to stay alive, not just for myself, but keep my brothers alive that were next to me in combat. It was just all overwhelming. And then the last image that I did see was my children. And then I started to think, oh no, they can't see their dad. They can't come home from the beach and see their dad dead to leave my wife without a husband. I couldn't do that. And that moment, I took that gun out of my mouth. I dropped to my knees and I started to pray to God. I just said, you know, why won't you let me end my life? What's my purpose? What do you want from me? I waited at the kitchen table until Sister Noreen came home. A link to the Home Free Global Crusade. I said, you know what? Yeah, let's watch it. I was kind of reserved at first. And then I see, at the time, Bishop Jonathan Santos Ferriol preaching the Word of God. But he wasn't just saying things to say them, right? At that moment, I felt as though God was using him to send me a message, a direct message.
It's like a one-on-one.
It's a one-on-one. It was about Zechariah, and he also wanted some signs. He was brought back into the faith of being a believer, and that it's okay. That you may be lost, you may feel that, you know, or you're lukewarm in a sense, that it's okay to come back. We're not all going to be perfect. Jesus Christ is real. He's there, and he's been waiting for you. He's been reaching out. Now it's on you to just accept it and come back and embrace him.
How's Brother Warsaw now that you have God?
Brother Warsaw is a changed man for the better. Now it's that truly fully submitting to God, his will, and just knowing that I don't have to be the strongest. It's kind of like the chains have been broken. They've been broken, and I'm not a slave to those traumas and to the sin that was there. It's so nice. It's so nice to see God's grace each and every day, and it's because of him that I could be happier and live a life where I could better serve God and my family. I stayed sober. I'm still sober to this day from alcohol, going on 5 years, and things in my life started to line up. What brought it all together with the transformation, as it was in layers, was getting back into the PMCC Fourth Watch. That's the bow on top, you know, of everything being packaged up. The sobriety, the being present now, the dealing with trauma and unpackaging it, the realization that God's grace is bigger than my personal sin made it okay to come back to church, to come back to God. The deeper I am in faith, the more I surround myself with fourth watchers, the better my life is becoming. There's still struggles, there's still good days, bad days, but the foundation, this is something that lasts forever. And it's something I could lean on daily.
Brother Warsaw, there could be viewers right now who are watching this program, and they are also experiencing those things that you had to go through. What can you share about them?
I would say that you're not alone. Each and every one of us deal with different traumas. We've all had depression. We've all felt anxiety. We've all felt the weight of the world on our shoulders. But you're not alone. You've never been alone. God is there waiting for you. He's reaching out, waiting for you to come to Him, accept Him, for you to just follow His path, come to His true church, be embraced in the faith, and walk side by side by other Christians that are living the life that you want to live. My life almost ended to suicide because of my depression, anxiety, and past traumas. I thought I was all alone and I couldn't reach out to anyone. But it just took one link from the Home Free Global Crusade to change my entire perspective that God has always been there. I would challenge you, if you've done everything in your life to this point and nothing has worked out to get you out of that feeling, reach out to God. He's there, and there's a family here waiting with open arms to embrace you. If He changed my life, He could change your life too. To God be all the glory.